If you're considering a home sauna, here's what I've learned after living with one for 3 years. Smaller is better. So we ended up going with a 2 to 3 person sauna because me and my wife thought that we were gonna be sitting in there together. We quickly realized we don't like sharing the sauna and we just wanna ride in there solo. One of the reasons being, when you get to that 15 to 20 minute mark, you start getting a little agitated. It's brutal. You're wanting to get out, and then you hear your partner over there listening to their headphones, or they're breathing heavy, or
I'm sorry, can you stop breathing so loud, honey? He's like...
We ended up riding out solo the remainder of having the sauna. And to be clear, we just moved from Augusta, Georgia to Dallas, so I don't have a sauna right now, but we had it for 3 years and I learned a ton of lessons, so I'll keep it going. Okay, next is skipping infrared. Get a real heater in your sauna. Now, if you don't have a choice and you have to go infrared, anything is better than nothing, right? But having a real heater allows you to dump water on the rocks, which then makes it more humid and you immediately start sweating. So that was my process. I get in, it's nice and hot, I take the water, dump it on the rocks, and I start sweating, and then boom, now my time starts. I'd shoot for 20 to 25 minutes. With infrared, you don't get that luxury. So if you have the ability, get a real deal sauna, it makes a huge difference. Okay, now speaking of heaters, get the biggest one that you can possibly handle. So on the website, with the one that we got, 6 kilowatt is what it came with. So I reached out to the company, I was like, yo, what is the biggest heater that I am technically allowed to put in this thing? So they said, we can send you an 8 kilowatt heater. I am so glad that I did that because one, it took 45 minutes to heat up, and two, to maintain the temperature in this leaky box, it just, why wouldn't you want the biggest heater possible? It costs more and it probably costs more to run, but overall, it just made the experience that much better. So if you have the ability and can afford the extra cost, definitely go with the biggest heater that they'll legally give you. All right, and then when it comes to turning on the heater, I really wish that I would have added the Wi-Fi module on there. I actually don't even think it was available at the time, but what it allows you to do is one, turn it on with your phone, or two, just walk by and turn it on. I understand it's first world problems to go in there and you're just reaching down to turn on the heater, but most times that I wanted to get in the sauna, it was on my way home from somewhere. I would go in my head, okay, once I get home, I'll turn on the sauna. That takes 45 minutes to heat up. Then I'll get in the sauna for 20-25 minutes. Instead, it would have been much better for me to just be able to turn it on my phone, and then as soon as I get home, jump in the sauna. Now it's only taking 20 minutes, 25 minutes out of my night instead of all the heat up time that it was eating up before. All right, the next one is get a floor. I ended up adding one after, and they sent me these wood planks that just slide in there. They loosely fit, they can come in and out as you need. But definitely get one from the start, because if you don't, you're just have the direct concrete from your garage floor that you're standing on. It isn't a deal breaker, but I just noticed it's super nice to have the wood flooring to stand on. Dirt accumulates underneath that floor from blowing out the garage, so you pull those out once a quarter and vacuum it out. But if you didn't have that, you would just have a dirty floor that you're always walking on. I don't know about you, but I like to go in there in socks. Some people like to go barefoot, so having that nice cedar plank floor makes all the difference. All right, when it comes to setup, I wasn't really sure what to expect. And the best way I can describe it is, if you don't know anything about putting anything together, you have a really hard time with IKEA furniture or anything like that.
Yeah. You like guacamole? Oh! Oh God!
Maybe you hire someone to build this thing, but you're pretty much just putting these massive panels together. And if you can use a drill and a screw, you can put it together. This thing isn't stout and built like some crazy brick shit house, but it's solid. It lasted me years and years without any issues. So if you can put IKEA furniture together, you can definitely put one of these saunas together. All right, plan for a 240 volt early. So these things don't just use a regular outlet plug. They need 240 volts, very similar to a car charger, or some of you guys would be familiar with like a welder. So an electrician's gonna have to come in here and get this wire installed from the panel over to where you want the sauna. So if you're building a house or you're in the middle of a renovation, get that 240 volt wiring ran. Now, when it comes to hooking up to the heater, if you can time it perfectly and get the sauna built when the electrician comes, have him hook it up. You could technically wire it. It's not a big deal. It's like 3 wires that you connect to the heater, but it is so nice. It's not gonna cost you that much more since the electrician's already there to have him wire up the heater while he's installing that 240 volt outlet. All right, last and certainly not least is ventilation. So I started noticing after a couple years of having the sauna in the garage, it started getting moldy up above. And I can only assume that's from taking the water and dumping it on the rocks, and all that humidity is making its way from the roof of the sauna and kind of hanging around up there. Now I could have probably prevented that with just opening up the garage doors. I always closed them because I was in my underwear, so I didn't want the neighbors to see me walking around in my skivvies. But if you kind of plan ahead and maybe crack the garage door and run a fan, I'm sure you'll be totally fine. But I just wanted to give you a heads up so that you could plan ahead for that. So with that all said, I didn't think I could justify a sauna, but I'll be honest with you, I use that thing multiple times a week. I was in there all the time. So much better than having to go to one of these public gyms. So if you're on the fence about it, I highly recommend it.